Steve, what a second half.
Well, the first half. We played well in the first half. I just said to them, the boys went in and they were a little bit, first couple of chats, they were quite agitated a little bit with each other. And I said to them, there's no need for them to be agitated with each other. I said, it's just them finer moments. And what you have to do sometimes is give the opposition credit for getting blocks in or tackles in or being in the right position. I thought today we were as good in the first half as we were in the second half. And yet all the goals come that way. So we just needed to be patient, carry on playing the football that I've wanted to bring into the football club from the moment I got here. We won't always play like that, but you know, that was a really, really emphatic performance today. Really, really good. And they're a good team. They've got some good players. So let's not, you know, be getting ahead of ourselves or anything like that. You know, I think they can still get in the playoffs, so they could before today's game. So, you know, congratulations to them as well. They've had a good season.
I mean, that first goal, Harry Ashfield, a lovely corner move off the training ground.
Yeah. A few bits and bobs that sometimes come to fruition. Sometimes they don't. Other times they do. Today, you know, quite a lot of it comes to fruition today.
And Isaac, I mean, that was a terrific run and finish, but that's what he's done, isn't it?
Well, we were talking about it in the first half. A couple of times we found those passes and broke those lines really, really well. You know, they pressed us, and it was a tricky day as well, because when you're being pressed and they've got the wind behind them, you can sometimes sort of come back here a little bit and everything goes back, and then it goes back to Joe, and then Joe kicks it up in the air and it goes back to them, because sometimes that's what happens. But I thought we were really, really good today, really good, and really, really pleased with the performance. Chuffed for the lads, and yeah, really pleased.
And that's done it. That's got mathematical safety. And how does that make you feel?
Yeah, no, that makes me really, really proud of the football club being in the Football League next year. You know, that was huge for me. That was the main reason really for me coming back. I thought if I come back and I can put everything into it and bring the staff and the players along, maybe that's what we can do. So, you know, that was really, really important to me, not just professionally, emotionally, the whole lot. So, you know, I'm really, really proud of everybody at the football club, the supporters that we've had, whether they be at home or whether they be here. All of you guys that have said nice things, written nice things about us. You know, we're a big team here, and it's like a big family, and it's very much like it was years ago now when I was here with the first crew. And that dressing room is very, very together, and that's really, really important. And I'm so pleased for everyone at the football club, but really, really proud of everyone that's connected with it, including you guys. And you know, you have to come out sometimes and ask me, I don't know, awkward questions, and you're thinking, oh my God, I don't want to ask him that because he'll want to bite my head off. And probably, I don't think I have bitten your head off yet, you know. I'll put the word yet in there because I can't promise myself sometimes that won't happen, but I won't mean anything by it. And just a big thanks to you guys as well for how you've supported us, because I know you're reporters and all of that, and you've got a job to do, but you've always been very supportive, and that's much appreciated by myself and the lads.
Thank you very much. Where does this rank, Steve? Because you've done a lot in your career, and where does the achievement of coming in with 4 points after 10 games and getting the club to this, where does this rank for you?
Right, well, they always say your last achievement is always your best one, as in this one here, if you know what I mean. I've been incredibly lucky throughout my career. I've had some unbelievable moments, and this will go down as one of those moments, because when I come in the door, I wasn't sure where I was going to be with it. But honestly, without the work on the training ground, and by the way, we have really done some work on that training ground. I'm surprised that training ground has got any grass on it, because we've covered every blade of grass there and drilled them and worked on things that, I don't know, they've been coached up to their eyeballs. I think the boys have been stressed since I came in, you know, and for anyone who has suffered with stress, you know, that's painful, that is. And they have to go out there on the pitch every week. So a big shout out for the boys, honestly, because they've been playing under a lot of stress and under a lot of duress out on the pitch. And I'm telling them to pass it and roll it across their 6-yard box and give it back to the goalkeeper and pass out. Yeah, that's great. It's easy saying it here until you go out there. It's a little bit different when you're in the arena and everything speeds up and there's, I don't know, however many thousand in the stands. So really, really proud of everybody.
When you came in, what was the one thing that you felt that you needed to give the players? Was it confidence straight away?
I wanted to give Cheltenham Town the knowledge that I've gained over 30 odd years. I wanted to give them the knowledge that I've gained. And what I mean by that is good, bad and indifferent, because if we've had some bad moments, I can probably relate to it. Somewhere along the line, in being a manager for 31 years, 32 next year if I'm here, if that happens, you know, I've had lots of reserves to fall back on those moments. And probably the experience I wanted to pass on to them, because I think they've become better players. So that was huge for me. I had to try and get some improvement on the training ground. I had to get some trust out of the boys, some loyalty, you know, and I know that 100% I've got that, because I come out sometimes, I might tell you things completely different to what you see, and then people think you're mad. No. What it is, it's protecting that dressing room and keeping everything nice and tight. I never ever, in all the years I've been out there, I've never ever, well, the saying now is throwing the lads under the bus. I've never done that. I've never done that in all the years I've managed. And that has stood me in really, really good stead, getting good trust, good relationships with all the players in the dressing room. So first of all was getting them relationships, and then getting them trust. And then putting it into practice on match day, all the stuff that we've worked on. And that today is a result of it.
And a word for the supporters.
Brilliant.
I mean, they were loving
magnificent.
It over there.
They are anyway, and they say that I'm one of their own. Yeah, they're right. I am one of their own. I am one of their own. And they're mine as well. So, you know.
Does that get you a bit when they seen that you're one of their own?
Yeah. Really, really important. Means a lot to me.
Now 5 games to go, just want to finish as strong as you can, I guess.
Yeah, well, we've wanted to do that anyway. That's not to say we're going to go and win every game. It's not to say we're going to go and play like that every game, because if we could, it would be fantastic. But, you know, I know that the boys want to finish well. They want to finish well. And all I hope is there's enough energy in them for another Tuesday, another Saturday, another Tuesday, another Saturday. And if I could just ask one thing, really, number one, it's them having the energy to see it through and be less stressful. And number two, for the supporters, whenever they feel as though the boys might be dipping or flagging in that God-given moment, just get behind them, and we can hopefully finish the season off on a good note. That's what I would like to do.
Was it good today to be able to just get a few minutes into some who haven't had very many?
Of course.
That was always a good thing to be able to do.
Of course. You know, of course it was really, really important. You know, I wanted to start George today. You know, we have to be careful with Mo, because he's not ours. So we got to keep building Mo and keep training. And the longer he trains and the more minutes he gets, the closer he'll be to a start, if you know what I mean. And then you've got to look at, you know, we've got another game on Tuesday. So yeah, I'll go and enjoy tonight, and then tomorrow morning probably start on Gillingham, and then have a little think about how it looks on Tuesday night.
Congratulations, thanks very much.
So, mate.